Hello and welcome to my channel Spiritual Nomad. This is a reading for the sign of Aries for the month of April 2020. I've been absent from my channel for a while now because I've been very busy, obviously due to current circumstances. My time has somewhat freed up a little bit, so I thought I would do some monthly readings and maybe some pick-a-card readings to help everybody through these times with at least a little entertainment. So, needless to say, if you find that the reading is not resonating with you, don't try and make it fit, just move on and perhaps look at one of the other many brilliant tarot readings out there until you find something, or look at your moon or rising signs and see if they are resonating more for you this month. Okay, let me begin. One more shuffle. I'll just be using my traditional Rider-Waite cards today and nothing else. I may or may not use the crystal if I feel it needs it. Okay, let us begin. So, Aries, obviously we are all in compromised circumstances. Let's see what we have for you today. Okay. So, we've definitely... there's something that you need to move forward with, and this has been a struggle. So you've had some, you have a desire to communicate something and to actually move something forward, or to get something in motion. There's an awful lot of, we have the Knight of Swords and the Chariot here, suggesting that fast, active motion, moving, needing to get somewhere, but we've also got the Ten of Wands here, almost not as a block, but showing that this is difficult, or a burden, or there's almost like you're charging forward, but you have something heavy on your back whilst you're trying to do it. So you're running as fast as you can, and it's sort of like you're on a treadmill, I guess. So all the actions going in, but progress is difficult, which obviously at the moment you could be literally physically unable to get somewhere that you need to be, or feel you need to be, or there's something, a project or a new business, or oh, we've just had a jumper, so we've got the Nine of Cups there, so that's fallen underneath our Knight of Swords there. So there is going to be a wish fulfillment. So you're going to be able to, and I see that as the communication part of it. So you need to communicate something in order to then move forward with something. All of which it definitely shows is going to happen, is happening. You are achieving it. And you will get your wish. It's just it's not an easy road that you're on. It's like the road is rocky, but you are relentlessly still running along that road. You're not walking along it. You're not cautiously minding the boulders as you go. You're just literally jumping over them as you go and striding on through to get what needs to be done. Right, let's see what else we have here. Aries for the month of April. What else does Aries need to know? Okay, Aries, let's see. Okay, so this is... Okay, so it's something that you need to resurrect, potentially. So I get the impression that this it's not necessarily a long-standing project or something, but it could be that it was more recent, but something has stopped it, and you're trying to keep it going. There's a definite need. I'm not seeing this is emotional. I'm seeing this more as an achievement, and not necessarily work related either. It might be a house. Maybe you were trying to buy a house and the current situation has ground that to a halt, or maybe you were building something and because you can't get supplies, or you're finding it difficult, or there's a delay on supplies, and it's something almost very practical that I sort of foreseeing, or trying to move somebody closer to you, or perhaps perhaps that is a romantic interest, but maybe it's elderly parents, and maybe you want to try to move them closer, and perhaps the current sort of situation has made this more difficult and more urgent at the same time. And this one really wants to pop, and that is, I saw that flicking around in there. So the Ace of Cups. So for some of you, this could be a romantic partner that perhaps you've found yourself in this current time of isolation. They're in a different place to you, and your plan was to come together, and now you're in this sort of enforced separation from them. Likewise, like I said, this could be parents, this could be your children, even family members. That you, so there's an affection and a need to, and a wish to resolve this situation. I mean, it could, like I said, if this is some kind of building project or house project, it could be that you know, this is a love of yours, or it mixes the two together. So you and a loved one were planning to move in together finally, and you find yourself still like toing and froing between the places, or perhaps you can't to and fro currently between the places, but you're holding on to this aspiration very, very tightly. You're not going to be letting this go at all. That there is simply nothing that will stand in your way long term. There may be delays, there might be stalls, but nothing will actually stop you, Aries, from making what you want to happen. Yeah, so there's a real passion and desire. Excuse me. See, yeah. So there's a real passion, desire. There's a creativity to this. So I really do feel it's some form of a project. I'm not sure if it is. I'm just not getting that feeling of work. But obviously, there's many Aries out there watching, so for different people those things might be the case, but I really feel like it's almost like a three-dimensional project of some description that you're really trying to, maybe you're renovating your house, decorating, it might be as simple as building a new drive, who knows. We've got two aces now, so we've got new energy coming into this completely and utterly, with the Knight of Wands in between. So definitely something new, maybe a new factor, a new person, perhaps some kind of additional help is going to come into the situation and help bring it forward. Perhaps a fresh injection of money. It's almost like you have the love, the money, and the passion for whatever it is that you're trying to bring to the table here, and that's definitely all you need. Maybe this situation, perhaps it will even just be in the case of, by being separated or having to move between two places, this is the moment you decide to actually ask your significant other to move in with you once you're out the other side of this. Perhaps there's even, this could be a new child, perhaps, that's on the way, so be warned if that is not something that you want to come into your pathway. The Ace of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles together can often be the sowing of a seed. That can be a creative seed, inspirational seed. It can be a literal seed, perhaps in the garden, but maybe in a more physical realm. That could be a potential child, baby coming into the world. So if you want that to happen, that's brilliant. Now might be a wonderful time for that to occur. If you don't, be cautious. Okay, let's. I'm going to take four more in total. I'll take one from the bottom of the deck at the end. Okay, whoa, that one's coming. Right, walking away from something. Whoop. Whoa, too many. Come on. That one's poking his little head. Yeah. Okay. We've got 2 8s at the bottom here. Okay. Only one more. This one. And the 10 of Pentacles. Great. So, I think there might be the suggestion that, so you've been really, really, really working hard and striving at something, and there's been barriers in your way, and I think there's something that you need to drop, there's something that you need to walk away from in order to, not the project itself, whatever that might be, but there's some aspect or something that's been like a heavy burden that needs to be removed from the situation in order for you to carry on working. And then it does say that once you've dropped this and you work hard and you focus on one thing, that is going to lead you, so your 8's going to grow into your 10 of Pentacles there. So there it is going to be fruition and achievement. And on the bottom of the deck we have, I'm going to take 2 just because we have the Ace of Wands as well, so that brings us those 3 aces. But you've got the Knight of Pentacles there, which is, it's about slowing down. So I think the general consensus of the reading is that you've been really relentless, and all credit to you, Aries, in that you've just kept running over the hardest grounds, over the biggest struggles. You just, you're not going to stop. You want to achieve your goal, and nothing is going to stop you. But what the cards are suggesting as their advice is that actually, all credit to you for not giving up, but actually the way you're going to achieve what you want to get is by actually dropping this gung-ho approach and actually moving yourself from the Knight of Swords to the Knight of Pentacles and through. So we've got 3 knights here, so through your Knight of Wands. So there's going to be a sort of an inspiration point and something that comes afresh to it, going to let go of some aspect or something that is actually, there's going to be a realisation that there is this one thing is the reason why you've been struggling. And you might say, well, the reason why is because none of us can do anything at the moment, but actually maybe by sitting and meditating in these current times, you're actually going to see that there's something very physical that's been actually not in your way, but been making the journey harder than it needs to be, that you need to let go. It may be a frame of mind. It may not be a physical person thing or financial restriction. It could be all of those things, but it may literally be your own frame of mind. And the long-term advice is that you need to go slow and steady. So you need to slow down. You need to keep moving forward, but you need to really, really reduce your speed rather than battling, and actually just slowly work your way towards your goal. And your goal is most definitely here. We have the 10 of Pentacles in this reading, and we have 3 aces. We have the Ace of Cups, Wands and Pentacles, all leading to this. So really, you have everything that you need to get to where you want to get to, and where you want to get to is really worth going to. Okay, Aries, I'm going to leave it there because that's a smashing read for you guys, and definitely a lot of hope for the future. So I hope you're all well, and I'll see you again soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.